When you arrive, you're going to park your car, and then when you've got to the ketch rigger, you're going to leave it to your port and walk around the building and find our offices. So welcome to our new look office. When you come in, your boat paperwork will be all here, so pick up the one that for your boat, and then it'll have all the details inside. The office staff will still be here to help you through with anything. Your new look boat pack. So you're going to, having picked up your boat, it's going to have details of where the boat is located, the Marina Gate code and the Marina Wi-Fi code. There's going to be some details about the yacht here, along with what we would want you to do at the end of your charter. There's a useful information pack or sheet detailing some useful information that you might need during your charter. One of the really key things is our office hours number and the out of hours number, and also sea starts number. Then you've got the actual details of the boat and your handover paperwork. So when you go down to the boat, you just need to make a note of any scuffs or scratches that you can see on the outside of the yacht, and any notes that you have to do with the inside of the yacht, just mark on here. Once you're happy with that, a little signature. Run through the inventory on the boat. The red items are your safety stuff. Once you've been through this, and it does go on to 2 pages, ring the office and our fleet team will come down and talk you through from the pontoon anything else that you need to know. On the return of the charter, make sure that you're here an hour, 90 minutes to an hour before you're due to exit the yacht. There's some reminders in here about how we like the boat left. Let us know if you have refueled. In the joining instructions, there's some details about the new requirements for refueling at MDL, so please do make sure that you follow those. Let us know if you've used the dinghy or if you've changed the gas, and then let us know if you've got any losses, breakages, damages or defects on your yacht. Just pop those in there. We do like to know about any defects so that we can make sure that we can fix them. And then once you're happy with that, a little signature. So when you're coming up to the office, you will we'll also work through all of your paperwork with regard to your security deposit and any additional paperwork that we've asked you to bring. If you need any optional extras, please, we do ask that you've ordered these in advance to make sure that we have them ready for you. Otherwise, and paid for in advance. Otherwise, we can sort those out while you're in the office and make sure that you've got everything and all the paperwork's taken care of.
Okay, so when you finish with Alex in the office, done your paperwork, when you come down to the boat, go on the boat and go to the red Bible first, which will be on the chart table, and make sure you go through all of the inventory to check that everything is there, paying special attention to what's written in red, because that is your safety equipment. Once you're happy with everything, then you can give the office a call and one of us will come down for you to sign the paperwork and to answer any of your questions, or anything you cannot find that's on the inventory, we will find for you. So if you've got any questions, then we can answer all your questions and also give you tips on the best way of taking the boat out from the berth. Hi, my name's Andy. I'm one of the fleet engineers. So when you first come down to your boat, on the chart table will be a red folder. This is what I call the boat Bible. In the folder will be all the information about the boat and all the certificates needed on the boat for charter. So when we first open the book, it will have obviously the boat name, and then obviously the boat notes and ship's papers. On the next page will be the yacht specification, which gives you the yacht name, type of boat it is, year of build, the lengths, drafts, beams, also call signs, MMSI number, sail number, and also importantly the diesel capacity and water capacity, especially if you're doing any long passages. On the next page we have 2 pages which is telling you where all the equipment is you need to know on the boat, as in batteries, engine, how to start, stop, where the shut-off valves are, obviously where the emergency tiller, life raft, how to use the water tanks, the anchor windlass, and also the mainsail, how many reefs it's got, storm jib, and the helm. So all the information about the boat is on these 2 pages. On the next page we have a diagram showing you where all the through hull fittings are, as in head sinks, outlets, toilet inlets, speed and transducers. So you know if you get any leaks on the boat, have a look round by where the through hull fittings are or anything like that. On the next page, which is an important one, is one again showing you where all the safety equipment is on board and where it's stowed. Next to that we have another copy of the inventory, but do pay close attention to what's in red, because that is all your safety equipment that is on board, and it tells you exactly where it is. On the next page we start going down through the boat papers. So it's just all the standard builder certificates, schedules, but an important one is your compass deviation card. So if you are doing any long passages, you just need to know the deviations for the compass. Apart from that, it is just all the certificates for all the safety equipment, and shows you that they're all in date and they've all been tested. Right, on Blue Moon, underneath the seat of the console is the battery switch, which is off at the moment. If you turn it all the way round, so 90 degrees, so it's pointing forward, that's both batteries on. You also have a fuel shut-off, which is just here. Also, because the engine is a 2-stroke, you have an oil tank here with a spare can of oil. It will come up on the engine instruments if this oil is low, so there is a funnel provided as well, so you can top it up without wasting it. So in here also we have the 8-man life raft, Villiers life raft, and also we have a little cockpit table with a leg that just fits into the hole on the deck just here, and then the tabletop goes on top of that. Underneath the forward locker we have the anchor, which is stowed away, which is on a bit of chain and warp. Underneath the forward seat we have the foot pump if you need to put any air into the tubes. We also have a boat hook and 2 paddles if anything happens with the engine and you need to paddle. Underneath the helm seat, if we lift it up, you have a throw line, you have your flares and a daily use first aid kit. Underneath the port seat you have a toolbox, a grab bag with TPUs in and a knife. Now with the procedure for the engine, with the power on we can trim the outboard down. So we just trim that down, put the leg in the water. Right, the keel cord, if we press this in on the ignition and put the keel cord over the top so it keeps it in, we should be now ready to start the engine. If the engine is in gear or not quite in the neutral position, the engine will not start. On the instruments we can scroll through pages, so we've got fuel on this one, but we can scroll through and get engine trim, we can get our position, we can also get engine temp, or we can get fuel flow, ground speed and how much fuel's remaining, and you can do that on both of them. So you can have the rev counter up, battery voltage, engine temp, so you can pick and choose what screen you want. On the switches underneath we have anchor light, running light, also there are some LED lights around the hull of the boat on the inside, and then we have some spotlights on the A-frame on the back. We also have an alarm which is here, which is if you have a fuel problem, as in fuel leaking, the vapors will set the alarm off. And this switch, because Blue Moon has 2 electric bilge pumps, one is continuously on all the time on the float switch, but if you take excessive water on board you can put this switch down, which will then bring in the second bilge pump if you need to get rid of lots of water. But normally this is kept in the up position, it's normally off. Obviously to stop the outboard you can either pull the keel cord or just turn it off on the ignition. Right, when we finish with the engine, obviously we need to lift the leg up, but be careful because the engine will hit the back of the seat. So if we trim it up, she'll start coming up slowly, and then once she's up to a certain degree she goes quicker, and we just bring it up as high as we possibly can without it hitting the back of the seat. Right, before we leave the boat, because of the bilge pumps are permanently on, obviously for draining any rainwater away, we need to plug it into shore power so we do not flatten the batteries. So one end of the shore power socket goes in there, just under the helm's position, and then we plug into shore power. That's all you need to do. The battery charger will automatically come on. When we finish and we switch all the batteries on, it does have a console cover. That will be the front of the cover, so this badge when it's on will sit down here. So if we open it up, grab out the back, If you have a look where we got extra strengthening, they sit on the bars there, so you know you've got it in the right place. It just drops down over the whole console this side. And then we pull it down over the seat. So as you can see, the badge is lying at the front.